Hi, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Ok Xoomer. I'm Aaron Lichtig, Xometry guy and former Jeopardy champion, and I'm here today with Bryan Murphy of Moog. Now, Bryan is the Senior Additive Manufacturing Operations Coordinator for Military Programs at Moog, and he's been doing rapid prototyping and additive manufacturing since all the way back in 2002. He started with Z Corporation, which was purchased by 3D Systems. He also has worked at Linear Mold and Engineering, and he's now working in Moog's aircraft group as an additive manufacturing leader. So Bryan, thank you for joining us. It's great to have you.
Aaron, yeah, thank you for having me.
Excellent. So first of all, tell us what keeps you busy at Moog.
Well, one of the exciting things about working at Moog and being in additive in general is you actually get to see, and I get to see parts from all of the different divisions as well as a lot of Moog customers. So, the projects that I work on are typically a couple weeks to, 2-3 months projects. So I get a lot of turnover. I'm not consistently working on the same part, seeing a variety of parts, seeing a variety of different geometries and kind of how they produce, and trying to figure out how to promote additive in any capacity moving forward inside of Moog. Kind of transferring from that work harder mentality to a work smarter mentality. What can we get done with less here?
Excellent. Now, you've been in 3D printing a long time. What first got you interested in additive?
Well, I graduated college for 3D animation and video editing, and got the chance to interview for Z Corporation as a service technician. So that combined my computer skills with a lot of the tradecraft skills I'd grown up with. My grandfather was a farmer. My other grandfather was a tinkerer. We used to go dump stuff out, take it to his shop, fix it up, and he'd go out and sell it. So that really piqued my mechanical computer side, and I've continued to kind of flourish in that.
You've been a part of this industry for a while and seen a lot of change over time. What excites you most about the future of additive manufacturing?
The possibilities when you start talking about generative design software out there. You're introducing capabilities that in a lot of aspects sometimes the human mind just can't comprehend. You're basing designs off of mathematical equations, which does have a lot of scientific merit to it, as opposed to freeform design that some of us engineers do put into some of our products. You couple that with the materials development within the industry. Taking the industry from prototyping, rapid prototyping into an actual engineering grade product. We need to start thinking about either machine manufacturers producing material data sets so that engineers can design for those. When you look at the opposite of that, you have companies that are producing material data sets so that their engineers can design parts to meet that criteria. If you don't have open standards, it ends up being proprietary technology, and it doesn't really move the industry forward as a whole. So we've really got to look into development of standards as well as development of material properties. The minute you tell an engineer that the material is like another material, that kicks off something in their head that says it's not, it's going to be different. I'm going to have some kind of the issue. Where's your data to back up, what you're saying this material is capable of?
Gotcha. Now, what advice would you have for someone who wants to learn more about additive manufacturing or to have a career in this industry?
I would say, figure out your niche, if possible, and kind of what you're looking for. I like to explain to students that I work with in capstone groups, hey, if you want to be a mechanical engineer and you want to specialize in a product, find a company go to work for them, develop and innovate within that product category that you feel you can specialize in. For students who want a little bit broader range, I suggest, looking at machine manufacturers as well as, resellers and distributors of the equipment. Get that applications engineering experience, where you're looking at hundreds of problems, not just one problem at a time. So get that broad range, and then that'll also help you kind of dial in and figure out where you really specialize, where you fit in, and that all helps in furthering your career and driving your passion towards something.
Awesome. Well, what do you think it will take for additive manufacturing to go from being more of a prototyping technology to become a technology that's used more broadly for end-use parts, end-use applications?
I think a great deal of that is about education. Education on the limitations of the current technology, education over, overarching additive manufacturing. A lot of people still look at it as kind of like black magic. But if you're able as a company to say, okay, we've done a design of experiments to prove out the material coming off of our machine. We've done a design of experiments to validate the materials and the material characteristics coming off of this equipment. You can actually start to put this technology into a practical engineering purpose. But without those, you're still in that rapid prototyping market. So.
Sounds good. Well, Bryan, thank you for all your thoughts and the advice that you gave and your thoughts on where the industry is going moving forward. It was great to have you on the show.
Yeah. Thanks for having me. If there's one thing I can do is talk additive all day.
Excellent. Well, thanks everybody for watching. We'll be back in a couple days with another episode of Ok Xoomer. Bye, everybody.